Tony T, yes, Ramon yo. To the double T, be funnelin' these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And here we are. Pleasant good morning to you from Las Vegas. Ramon Scott joining you with the morning steam here for Friday. A lot going on already, huh? Getting ready for our action here with NBA, and NHL postseason and Major League Baseball here for a Friday. But how about the action last night? What we saw was big surprise, of course, yesterday by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Well, we had them here on the show, but I know there was still going to be a lot of support for Boston. But again, Boston was just that team. It felt like once again, just can't stand to, put the hammer down a little bit just when you think they're going to be all that. They give some back. So was there enough vulnerability in your mind for the Boston Celtics? Does it change the course of what's going to happen here, and how did it affect you guys last night? And of course, Dallas and OKC. What about that last night with that result? What did you guys think of the Western Conference game here, and where do you think we stand here? I mean, the Mavs, OKC, they definitely gave it a really run there, but Dallas in the end. But let's get some of your comments here already. I'm a little late here. Sorry about that. So I do want to get rolling on the show. So maybe we could just go through the comments and talk about the games that way today, so we can get rolling and say hello. Because Curtis was here today to get it rolling. And so was Dre here. And Brent as well, and our Thompson's here, and Fernando, hello. And I took one on the chin in soccer yesterday. Hey, I mean, I felt like we had the right one, but that late goal, that's okay. The winning streak ended yesterday for me there in my soccer picks, but Jerry's here. 6-0 is here today. Seeing this action roll in, pardon me there. Like and smash. Jeff is here ready to roll with Milwaukee. M looks hello. And 6-0 talking about it in hockey. So let's, mash it down here a little bit because, I mean, I thought, Carolina, but no, it was Rangers again. Just so strong here to a certain extent, it seems like right now. And they get that win. Carolina now 11 straight 1-goal losses in the postseason. The Rangers winning streak continues. Padres, Dodgers getting hit here. First steam of the morning. It's going under right now. Padres, Dodgers, 8s are going to be gone here. They're going to turn into 7.5. I did a video on this game last night, so, well, check it out. Hopefully you got on it. Hopefully you saw the video. It's been up there for several hours. Welcome those of you who just watched the Hanwha Eagles over the Kaiwoom Heroes 5-4-10. Thomas Bird, hello. We're ready to win it. Jeff talking about those. Hey, maybe, you know what? Could be a sweep. Man, Carolina just can't get it done. And that was one where, I I came in here on the show yesterday saying I thought that Carolina could be strong enough to get this one at home.
Final.
And let's see what else. Who else? Okay, I think I'm caught up. We go over to Tony'sPicks.com, see who did well, get this show going because we got 2 on the ice. Here's another baseball steam coming in right now. Braves, Mets under. They're taking it right now. This is a game that I was going to give out right here on the show. So let me just tell you about it right now. The Braves and the Mets under 8. We'll preview it in due time, but the steam is coming in on the under, and it's turning in to 7.5 here with this one between the Braves and the Mets in New York tonight. That one definitely on the move now. 7.5 over 15. I'm gonna, I like the under. I'm giving it out right now. We'll go over maybe a reason or two later, but steam rolling in right now. Braves and Mets, and hopefully that's why you're here on the morning steam. I'm trying to keep up with the information right now and keep everybody abreast of what's going on with these early line moves as the board kind of lights up here on a Friday.
Critical notice.
All right, I'm going over to Tony'sPicks.com right now and see who did well yesterday. Who's on top of the Handicapper leaderboards? Let's see who's hot over at Tony'sPicks.com. For yesterday here on the network, it was none other than the Queen herself. It is Friday. I'd imagine we could get a visit from the Queen. I tell you, the leaderboard is a little barren here to a certain extent. So hopefully we'll get them going today. But hats off to our profiteers, including Hollywood Sam 2-0. OG Cappers VIP 2-1, Mindy Hahn 14-12, and Tony T found the green to keep his winning streak alive. We'll take it. Over the last 7 days, probably Sam Murdy up 20.5 units, Ron Hahn up 10 2/3 units, Butterscotch Eubanks up 8 3/4 units, Nick Lagaretto 6.5 units, Tony T up nearly 5 3/4 units over the last 30 days. Ruben Marlborough up 20 3/4 units, probably Sam Murdy up 20 1/3 units, Ben Ruhala up 15.5 units. Nick Lagaretto's up nearly 17 3/4 units. Bo Dunn nearly 13 1/4 units. Check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com for the action here on Friday. Check out the All Cappers tab. You see Tony's on the top because he is on that winning streak certainly right now, but you can also grab the packages from all of our cappers. And right now it's Friday. I'm up here over a nickel here, 5.5 units over the last 7 days. So check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. And I have here a Friday night playoff 5-pack for just $25. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including this one. Get my 5 best plays here for tonight. Not only do you get my plays, but you get a little description of the play or a little preview of the play. And not only that, support me on the channel here coming back. Promise if you buy I promise you this. If you buy this package tonight, this 5-pack, not only is it profit guaranteed, meaning that if I don't show a profit, well, you can latch on with another capper or come back with me again tomorrow and no charge. We're not going to just, if I can't get it done, we will with this playoff action. But you know what? If I don't come back here and tomorrow with your support, I will come back here. I'll come right back here tomorrow if you buy this package today. I think I blew that. If you buy this package today, I will come back here tomorrow. All right, that's what I meant to say. Okay, lots going on over at Tony'sPicks.com. So thanks for being part of the network, and check out all the handicappers and all their videos here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel as well. A lot of videos here previewing the action for today, as well as my picks here that we're going to have. Hopefully, we'll have some free winners for you up and down the show here today to kind of make up for some of the issues I had yesterday, including a couple of pushes and some L's. So we did have some winners here on the show, though, certainly, and on the videos with Tony, with Giants and Rockies over again. Remember, we kind of chuckled at that, saying, I said, if it's ever single digits, we're just going to go over. But you know what? I think we're going to go under today. We'll see when we get there, but we also were right on the total with the Guardians and the White Sox under. We also had of course, who's my team with Mobley? The Cavaliers, my man Mobley. Come on, guys, give me some credit here for hanging on with my man Mobley. I think he definitely came through. He's still a young player. Had the best game of his career, I think, last night, if you consider everything that was on the line. All right. A few more comments. We'll get started. Jeff, let's do it. Let's talk soccer real quick. 5 games on the tab here. And Jeff taking a look here, I think, with Brest. Brest taking on today. Let me get going here, make sure I can keep up with you guys. On our Friday card, pretty light card here, but Brest at home taking on Reims. And Reims just fired their coach. They can't win. They can't beat anybody. Brest is out of their mind this year in League One. Definitely looking pretty great here. And kind of was leaning to the under in that game myself. Let's see what else we got. Girona for Fernando. I wasn't going to do anything with that. So let's have Fernando give us our official pick here. And I couldn't get anything in the Inter game either. So Jeff has our play on the Inter game. So I do have a premium pick in the Brest game. Probably just gave it away. But also, check out our handicappers. We also have, I believe, doubles and Ron with plays in the game from Germany and the other game from France with Le Havre and Nice, and also Stuttgart and Augsburg in Germany. We have picks up on the website. Check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. So stop me now, unless you want more that's kind of it for our major games. I mean, there is some action tonight in let's see, what was it? No, I think that's the main action tonight. Okay, that's it for soccer. And Ray's here as well. So let's get rolling right now. Keep it going with the preview here. Start with our first game with the Knicks and the Pacers. And like we said, it seems like all the momentum has all of a sudden shifted to the Pacers, despite trailing in the series right now 2-0, right? Injuries galore for the Knicks right now. Looks like Brunson will play tonight. Houston and the Tigers are taking a little steam to the under right now. Look, I mean, actually, I'm going to give out, I think, the over in that game. I might have to investigate this here a little bit as we go along, but just want to let you know the total is moving lower right now. Astros, Tigers. And I'm going to have a lot of unders today, and you're seeing it again today. More unders today. Maybe, this is a great spot for everyone who, can't stand an under and loves to take overs. This is your time because it is tough. It's tough to get there on some of these because they're definitely, flirting with it all the time too right now with these low scores. But you're definitely getting probably as much value out of your over. Usually you got everybody piling on the overs. Here, the numbers are going down because the run production is slightly going down and the unders are kind of rolling in a little bit. But if you can't stand it and you need an over, this is kind of your time. Just kind of look at the line movement on some of those line odds screens as long as they have the opening line. And if you see that decline and you like the over, then you have some value. Okay, we're continuing though on here with the NBA coverage right now. And thanks for that other soccer, you guys. Sorry I went so fast there. I didn't think it was that great of a card, but let's talk about Ray here with the Pacers. Will they come out fast like that and cover this first half right away? Because right now the Pacers just clicking on offense. How will the Knicks respond without OG Anunoby in this game? Brunson, I think he'll be able to play, but man, the guy. Here's the thing. Did they make a mistake, or was it the only option the Knicks had when they said, we're going to run with these guys, right? I mean, the guys are doing their interviews, they're out of breath, but they stayed with them. They got what they wanted, but now they might be paying the price here and going into this environment where, the referee, they've already sent the memo, hey, let's try to even out these calls a little bit because the Pacers complained about the 96 calls or whatever it was, what I was talking about yesterday. So, can they get this inflated number though? Because if it didn't go down with these, the injury status currently of these stars, I think you'd be looking at a game that would be, closer to 4.5 points or so, maybe 5, but maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would it even be lower? And here's the other thing. I think everyone talking about the pace, right? I'm worried about how many points the Knicks can actually score to get this game to go over the total. And I think it's going to force me to play the total here on the show. It is up to 223. I say up to because it was 225 and it's kind of gone down, but it opened higher at some spots and then has come
Final.
down. And I'm going to go with the under here on the show. Maybe I've been a little bit off on this series with the total, but I thought in this I'm worried about the Knicks. They're going to have to try to bog without, don't forget Mitch Robb, he's out too. So I don't have to explain to you guys the injury situation and the advantages the Pacers might have with Siakam now in this one. So, man, hey, the Knicks are much, the funnest team to watch, and if they can get it done here, wow, that would be just thrilling, right? But it is going to take an extraordinary effort, it feels like, at this point. I'll tell you this, the paid handicappers, maybe guys like me, I don't know, but just all up and down the ones on the network of action or the insiders from Vegas or, the ones that are making memos of sports, the ones I'm talking about. They're all on Indy pretty much. I mean, it's probably like a 6-to-1 ratio of handicappers going with the Pacers. It feels like in this one. So, all right, I'm going to take the under just because I'm worried about the output for the Knicks here. Look, it probably should pace up, I would think here, and if the Knicks get into that, it's going to be big. I think it's going to be big trouble, actually, if the Knicks say, let's run with them again. I think the Knicks going to try to find a way to keep it low, and they still might be in big trouble. The Cubs and the Pirates are getting steamed right now to the over tonight. Steam just rolling in right now. It was down as low as 7 as we get these baseball updates in here now, but this one could get to 7.5 here. Cubs and Pirates. Get to it shortly here with the baseball. Okay, a few more here with Thomas on the under. And Fernando, he wants the Knicks now, but he just can't trust them. So he says, the number is good, but there's just not enough positivity. It feels like is what he's saying. So maybe can't lay the Pacers because you're laying a pretty maximum price here. I would think with Indiana at 7.5. It's a tough pill to swallow if you want to take the Pacers, but. All the news meter. That's what I always thought I would have. I can't do fancy graphics, but like how you try to handicap the news really to a certain extent. Yeah, you want trends, you want expected numbers and all that, but the news meter would be like, Indiana. Where's it? Doesn't feel like a lot of positivity surrounding the Knicks right now, going into the game, and it feels like they know it. So good for them that they've got a 2-0 lead. They only have to win two of the next, uh, you know, uh, two of the next game, two of the next 4 games, basically. But 2 out of the next 5 if it came down to a seventh. But you know what I mean. All right, I think that's it. Looks like you guys are caught up. Let's go to the nightcap and talk about the Nuggets and the Timberwolves right now with this incredible story as well. Doesn't look so incredible now, does it? With the I'm surprised. It's, like I said, I'll say it every show because I'm so pleased with myself. But uh, holding the Minnesota to win it all ticket, but I'm really surprised, as well as they are doing. Shouldn't be, maybe, because look, I mean, you have the Timberwolves basically, as I said, but to begin the series, a team that is molded to beat the Nuggets. I mean, you have the former general manager of the Nuggets. He's the president of the Timberwolves. Uh, they've been through this ownership situation I've talked about where, there's going to be a mediation settlement possibly. We don't even know who the real owners are at this point. They all kind of have a hand in it. They still do. I mean, they're really just divvying up their current partnership and trying to shifting. And the old guy might be out after this too. But and also, you have the rising stardom of Anthony Edwards, where this team looks like they're built for the future. They look like they made the worst trade in NBA history, trading all those picks, to get Gobert. Well, maybe it was a bad trade, but whatever it is, I mean, it might end up in a world championship, and that's all that matters. And right now, it does feel like they're rolling in Denver. The frustration level, the Murray, is he hurt? Is he frustrated? Throwing the things, throwing one thing, was one thing, but throwing a second thing, is that what happened? 2 things? I'm not one, everyone got up in arms and hot and bothered. I'm not going to suspend, Draymond Green did it. You're going to get 10 games. But Murray, just, watch yourself. Give him the fine, $100,000 fine. I don't know if I'm going to clear 6 figures this year, but couldn't be close. But nonetheless, for the Wolves, they feel like they have the depth on the Nuggets, right? It feels like the Nuggets are, look, they're the reason why that I don't think there's an overwhelming support for the Timberwolves. In fact, I feel like it's 50-50 right now with the experts kind of chime, because nobody wants to give up on a world championship team with their backs to the wall. This would be the spot. And quite frankly, the Sharps to me, it's more the Sharps are still hanging on with the Nuggets. And that's usually what I would do too. I usually would roll with the Sharps in this situation. Now, to me, the experts, the talking head, they're kind of split on this game. For me, the Nuggets look like on paper right now. The whatever's going on with Jokic. I mean, look, he's great, legend, no doubt about it. MVP this year, probably. And but there's something, now it's maybe they're getting exposed a little bit for not having enough support around him at this point. We're starting to see some limitations with Gordon here, it looks like, and Minnesota just keep coming. They just keep coming. What are your comments? Here, I'm going under in this one. The handicappers are going over. It's almost unanimous. Handicappers are going over, and I don't, I'm gonna go under here. I mean, the Denver Nuggets, didn't they just score 80 points? They just scored like the lowest total in lowest score in 20 years. This is serious defense right now, and the Nuggets don't have any answers now. Jokic can go bombing, and still do. I don't know. Murray would have to just turn it around completely. Let's get your comments. Stop Geo is here. Solo's going over right away. That's all right. Nuggets team total over. Yep. I mean, I knew that we might see still plenty of support here. And Jeff, though, says it should be higher actually right now. I think it's just you're still got a lot of support, a lot of big money support still on Denver, I believe. I believe I'm supposed to know who the Sharps are on. And that is my self proclamation. Brent says, you got to take the Nuggets. It's a must win. They've done it before. Okay, you guys are big on the Nuggets here. And remember, even without when Rudy missed the game, still was terrific. They still were terrific in that game, right? All right, I think you guys are kind of 6-0s on the Wolves here. Okay, I think we got most of the chat all stars, most of the crew here chimed in. We only got 4 dozen of you here today, so maybe it's a little light, actually. And I'm going with the under, Robert. The handicappers are going. I promise you, it is heavy over, and why not, right? I mean, Minnesota looks crisp. Edwards can light it up. He's a world-class scorer at this point. But the Nuggets just scored like 80 points at home. And now they're going to be in an even tougher environment with all these little things that are going against them. And, look, I like Jamal Murray. He's not, and he's had monster, even these playoffs. He's had 2 incredible last second shots, last second plays, last minute plays. He's not tough. He's not tough. He's playing. I think the incident with the throwing of the equipment is out of the frustration that the Denver Nuggets are feeling that this has come to an end. Not only has it come to an end, the window of opportunity moving forward. So Jokic can still be dominant. Hopefully, Denver can mesh. Can they mesh some pieces in the future? Kirtland Carson is here. Great to have Kirtland here today. That is awesome. And good morning, Darren. So I'm not burying the Nuggets yet. This would be the game. Like I said, Sharps are going to be on the Nuggets. I just can't do it, man. I mean, I just look at this situation like I said, you got the Nuggets former general manager who basically built the Nuggets team. And then goes to be the vice president of Minnesota and basically knew what he had to do to beat the Denver Nuggets. And he went out there and basically built the team to do it. I believe that they are being rewarded at this moment right now. So Denver wins this game. Watch out. But I don't know if I'm going to take the under here. I'll take those Denver team totals under all that a little bit. Okay, that's it for basketball I like. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Let's go to the hockey and kind of get a look at tonight's action here. Welcome to those of you who just watched the TNT Trapanga Giga defeat the Rain or Shine Plasto Painters in PBA Cup action. All right. Let's roll with the hockey here. Maybe one more bat. Dustin is here. What an honor it is to have Peasy as well. Dustin, who had rolling some great comments yesterday that I was over there. One of the biggest chat room sports handicapping shows, and Dustin with all of his great insight, getting called out. He's welcome to be part of the chat all stars here with us as well. Okay, hockey now. We could have had some better fortunes here. I think we're on, you know, good fortunes here moving forward, but was pretty disappointed in our overall selections here on the show. Let's just say, yeah, we did have. What was it? The over in the Colorado Dallas game. I think I failed to mention yesterday. So, but nonetheless, Dallas, pretty impressive. And I thought that Cappers, for the most part, were kind of on the home teams. Okay, I think that here we go. I don't that's what that one was for right there, Dre. Here we go with hockey. It'll be the Panthers taking on the Bruins here in game number 3. 1-1, right, guys? Last I saw. In this one, Panthers on the road here, a road favorite, even though Boston did come up with a road win to kind of take the momentum away here and have the home ice right now. But can Florida, with all that talent, right? Feels like Florida has just more talent up and down those front lines a little bit than Boston, who really rely. Pasternak gets it done, but where are the rest of the guys right now when they need them? Now they were able to get it done in that victory, but the other game, Florida, I think, showed it right back. I don't know. Anybody had, I appreciate all the subscribers. I wrote up that game 2, and I said, I expect
Final.
Florida to completely turn it around on Boston. I wouldn't be surprised if the score was exactly the opposite as game 1, and it was. So what'll happen in this one when Florida now on the road? It's still Boston. I don't want to downplay any of their great talent, any of that personnel. I mean, still great guys: Marchand, McAvoy, DeBrusque, Sasha. These guys are fine, but when I compare them to Kachuk,
Final.
to Reinhardt, to Barkov, uh, Montour was insane last game, right? And I said, look out, Verhaag, Montour, these guys. It runs deeper, I think, even for Florida a little bit. So Florida can contain Boston. I think Boston against a team that I think Florida is maybe more dominant. I'm worried about Boston's offense here tonight in this one. Look, Boston can keep it 2-2. They may be able to work something out here. I don't know. It's tough with Florida as a road favorite. I mean, they're probably deserving of it. Is it a great price? No, but well, they probably are still. Let's see here some plays. Florida for 6-0. Travis is here first period under. And Brent says Bruins money line. I'm going to go under in this one. And I would think
Final.
that the Bruins may not be able to uh, skate with Florida, so they might have no choice. But unfortunately for them, I feel like yes, if they can keep it in the muck, whatever you want to call it, right? Keep it low, they're going to have a chance to win the game. But uh, Florida, enough talent to win either. If the Bruins were to somehow uh, think they could skate a little bit here, but let's see what you guys, if anything else. Just want to have a few comments here. Yeah, maybe it'll go. Maybe it goes. You think it will go 7? If so, I mean, I would think that if you got Boston, well, Jeff, that's definitely Boston's already, um, in control here a little bit. So if they can get this tonight, and Swayman's been good. Look, they still Bobrovsky. You're still going to respect Bob here, and I think you have the pretty stout goalies here in this one. And even though Florida does have all that, I talk about them in their scoring, but I'm gonna think it's kind of one of those we kind of saw it last night. It gets 2-2, and we're stuck at 2-2, and maybe someone gets a third period, or it goes OT. Maybe here, Dre's on Florida. And handicappers, I tell you, they are going to be, I think, for the most part, on Florida here. Um, and let me see. I don't know if it's the same for my friends, the Sharps. I'm talking about handicappers on the YouTubes and the networks of the world, but I know what the Sharps are on, and that's on the under, it looks like to me, and that's what I'm on. Bruins and under for Darren. It's tough because you think of Florida, you might be thinking goals, and if you like Florida, you might be thinking goals, but Boston might just try everything they can to make sure Florida doesn't get that first one, right?
Final.
It just feels like 6-0. The only production is from Pasternak. Although I will say, as I try to expand it out a little bit, Marchand is starting to really, to me, to pick it up a little bit. 6-0 says this one could be over quick. All right, I'll take the under. Oh boy. Oh, the Oilers and the Canucks here in this one, and what a turn of events in game one. The Oilers getting way out, getting to that lead. Here come the Canucks. What a turn. They were first half, you could hear a first half early on, you could hear a pin drop, and then the Canucks come storming back. And well, they got to win. They're at home. I mean, here's the thing, right? I mean, hey, Vancouver is at home here, so why wouldn't they have gotten game one? Still against the Oilers, Oilers favored here in the series, in the game. Pretty big favorites here, actually, if you look at it. And they just have all that talent. And the talent seems to be clicking right now, too. But the strategy seems to have gone out the window or something last game. I was frustrated, and I'm sure Oiler fans were, too. Now, I'm not. Maybe I don't have a trained eye when it comes to it, but why, if we're the Oilers and we're leading, do we have, so much pressure going on up front, trying to get more goals? Like I know that's the way to go if you're the Oilers, but all of a sudden, a 2-on-2 it's an even man situation. But when you're trailing and the other team is skating very fast to pucks that are getting loose a little bit and being able to just nudge it to another guy, and you're not focused defensively. So, look, uh, we didn't get McDavid any shots. We have to be more aggressive, whatever. But when you got a lead, man, Oilers, why can't you play like I don't know, like you're supposed to? And the Canucks momentum was just too much. I mean, you've seen it all the time in hockey, so it's not a huge surprise when the momentum shifts like that. I think the Oilers should win again, but I'm scared. I can't make them a premium. I'm just going to go with them here on the show and try them again as a favorite against the Canucks. Look, I kind of need the Canucks to hang out with my friends over there at that other channel, actually, that you guys were talking about. Vancouver and under here for 6-0. Brent says Oilers. Jeff says Oilers win tonight. Well, that's what I was talking about anyway. You know what I'm talking about, Dustin? Uh, they show that little contest, and you've probably seen it on that show, and I'm up there like in the top 5. And I'll tell you what, I'm the only guy with some Vancouvers. If I could get some Vancouvers in here to knock out the Oilers, and I've got some Oilers too, but everybody's so heavy in Oilers. But maybe I made the right move game theory wise to give myself a chance. Those guys know hockey, man. I watch that show every day. I'm sure you hear a lot of the things they say over here, although it's the next day or the next game because I come on earlier than that show. But those guys know hockey. I just happened to try to put a little game theory in it. There were only 30 entries. I thought I was chalky. The leaders are very, very chalky. I think that the host might change it here. It might be actually losing steam with the leaders. I'm really enjoying watching the game with a little different action, but I still got to look at these games from a perspective like I am. And just because I want to, have Vancouver and get some notoriety over there in that little pool, uh, I got to think the Oilers still clean them out here. Give them one more chance, and maybe the same thing will happen, and they'll realize this time what to do to not blow it, or because I would think there'd probably be some goals tonight. It's only 6 over, man, and these teams are putting up goals. So I don't know if you guys had anything there, but I'll just move on. Looks like you guys are pretty much done with the hockey. We'll get into some baseball. I'll tell you this: the Sharps are all on the under. Sharps are all on the under in this one, but the handicappers are on the over. Almost unanimous in this game. Handicappers want to go over, but to me, when I'm supposed to know who the Sharps are on, and just speculation, I could be just making it up. But from what I see, looking at the screens that I look at with their little their little dings and their steam plays and all this, the Sharps are on the under, and maybe that's what's keeping this total under. Maybe we're already in playoff hockey here, and we're getting even in this series because Edmonton on the road can have some lower scoring games, but Vancouver, man, sometimes they are. Remember, they're starting that third string goalie. I know we don't talk about the goalies like the other shows too much. I mean, Skinner, we can make fun of him all day. Travis Gordon, first period, puck line. I'd actually give Silov some credit there, the way he played late in the game. But it wasn't so much him, right? The Oilers couldn't even get a shot off, which shows that they were trying, but it was too late at that point, right? They said the Oilers hadn't had a shot in like the 10-minute mark of the third or something. So too little, too late. But Vancouver did have even defensive momentum here. Feels like they're gonna, of course the games will tighten up late, even in these wild ones, but they could get some goals early, I guess. All right, that's it. Let's get to baseball because it's already been here a while, and we got some games today and some news with some of these teams here. Get them ready, and here we go with the Cubs going up against the Pirates. And you got Jones here for the Pirates. He's pitched pretty well, I'd say, so far. Javier Assad, the man from Tijuana, here coming in, my guy. Coming in here for the Cubs. I believe he will replace Tyone may have been listed, but I believe now it's Assad all over, and I believe that's what they're populating the line with now. We're mostly seeing a $1.30, $1.35 here. Maybe I have it a little bit high in this one. Check out Bo's video here in this one. Of course, check out all of Tony's videos on these games, but just want to say Bo stopped by to be with Tony as well, so check out the videos there. I'm going to go with the under here in this one with Assad going up against Jones. Jones has a 1.57 ERA in his last 4 starts. Assad has a 1.66 ERA. He's been pretty good here, certainly. 7 starts, 2-5 to the under. Jones is 1-6 to the under so far. Jones has a whip of 0.78. So, look, I mean, there's going to be some regression here, certainly for this guy, but 34% K rate, certainly pretty impressive. And like I said, interestingly, let me update the widely reported Steam list because it definitely came in on the over here in this one. And I will say the Sharps team has had a pretty good week for sure. Mostly on a lot of those totals. If you hang out with me watching these videos and everything, they don't all come through, but again, really, you're just looking, to barely get them over. We'll take 6 out of 11, certainly. But I'll take under here in this one. I'm gonna ignore that little bit of a sharp steam, which was actually at 7/20, and I believe it's 7/25 right now. And I want to go under. I don't know if it'll get to back. It'll get
Final.
back to 7.5. I want to welcome those of you who just watched the China Trust Brothers beat the Fubon Guardians 6-3 in Taiwan baseball, Chinese professional baseball action. All right. Get your comments here on this one. Justin on the Cubs. Law Dog's here today. Thank you, Law Dog. I see you giving your basketball. You might be behind us a little bit, but I just want to say hello if you get to this point. And thank you. It's been a while, but good to see you again. And Brent's on the Cubs here. I think Jeff is going under there. And 6-0 said these two teams going over here of late. And hey, I'm Mr. Trend, so I don't mind that, but I'm also liking what I see from Jones. I respect this steam that came in. Usually when that little buzzer goes off, that voice goes, a steam play, I just kind of look into it and see what's going on. Was there a lineup situation? What's going here? That came out. I mean, I was already going under. I'm going to stick with the under with these two pitchers. Ray first 5. 6-0 did go with the over in the Cubs game. Fernando Cubs. And thank you for those other plays. I'll keep it going now. M looks Cubs. Travis talking nerfy, though, here with these two. So I got to talk about it for sure. Because I love talking nerfies and yerfies with you here on the morning steam. The Cubs have scored a run in the first inning in 9 of 38 games for 31.5% here. And for the Pirates, Jones, he's perfect. 0 for 7, no first inning runs allowed. And the Pirates, they are 7 for 38, not great, scoring runs in the first inning. All right. Moving along here with the Astros, taking on the Tigers. Here in this one, you've got Framber Valdez, a 3.97 ERA. You got Mize here with a 3.98 ERA. Houston, we know they're off to a pretty rugged start here right now, and Detroit's been pretty nice here at 19-18. I would almost say, though, that we're starting to get to a point where the start was good, but we're starting to expect a little bit more from Detroit. I don't know if they have much more than this, and they're actually taking advantage of some of these. Yeah, there's some tough play in the division as well, but maybe they haven't done what maybe we were expecting to. Mize is a 4.41 ERA in his last 3 starts, and talked about Valdez. Maybe that's not his norm already, a 4 ERA here. Houston favored, though, on the road. Again, we're still pricing Houston, and it's Valdez and Mize, so maybe there's a little bit to that there, but nothing really showing that Valdez is going to, he's not overwhelming just yet. Certainly the Tigers have lost 5 of their last 6 games, but Houston's lost 4 of 5. So I wouldn't want to lay anything with the Astros on the road, quite frankly, here. I'd rather take a little something, but I'm going to go with the over in this one with these two. Look, Houston's gone under in 15 of their last 20. They're one of the teams that kind of been pounding on here, but Detroit's given up some runs here a little bit, and they've also scored some here a little bit. So give me the over. Detroit's surprising, one of the teams that does score first inning runs here with that offense. And over here maybe for Fernando in this one. 6-0 says, Detroit, they do like to hit those lefties. And against Framber, as an underdog, I mean, that's really just really what has my attention here, I would say. Let me see if I have want to take a look at that actually. That now that you mention it with this, oh, there we go. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, I mean Green, Carpenter, and Keith. Green, Carpenter, and Keith, I think, pretty good there. Houston still their offense is starting to move up a little bit, but certainly Mize. Mize will have a definite advantage here against Tucker, against Alvarez, and against Singleton. A significant advantage here. Still going to go over though because Altuve, Pena, Briggs, Diaz all have a really nice matchup against Mize. That's why the Astros do have a little bit of success there. All right. Let's see if I got them all in there. Brent likes the Tigers. Dre likes the over. Jerry likes the under. All right. I'm taking the over. Jerry and I are usually together. Not on that one, but that's all right. All right, the Yankees here on the road taking on the Rays. Taj Bradley is going to be back here. Taj Bradley going to get the start in this one against the Yankees. So that should be pretty good, especially if you're Volpe and Judge and Stanton. But still, I like Bradley here. We'll see. This is going to be a pitch count situation, I would think for sure in this one as he makes his return. And but I like the under. I think the Rays, they'll know how to manage this situation here. Bradley's a popular player, so good news to have him back, I think, and going up against Clark Schmidt. Here I'm going to end up on the under for sure. I'm just going to look real quick, but I'm sure I'm with my buddies, the Sharps, in this one. Yeah. Seems pretty unanimous. They don't always crush it in this situation. I'm just not sure of the side. I want to see Bradley get out there right now. I'm expecting a decent start from him, and I think with some of these Yankee games, I'm not saying they're hit or miss in some of these. Schmidt 3.38 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Yankees are 6-1 with Schmidt. Bradley, his numbers weren't great last year. I mean, but he is I think still a prospect. Would consider him a prospect despite having to work his way back here a little bit. But Tampa Bay's won 5 of 6 now. Yeah, they're playing the White Sox, but they could be live here. I know the Cappers today are a little bit mixed in this one, but the widely reported steam did come in on the Rays, and just like the last game, I don't want to lay a price on the road if the Rays are going to start. Unless you guys have already kind of kicked the Rays to the curb and think that, this is finally, after all these years, the Rays organization is going to be what we expected them to be, even though they've been winners every year in the toughest division in baseball. I would expect them to come back to the pack here a little bit and might be interested in finding ways to get them as a dog, but I'll take the under here. Thomas says take the Yankees. Brett is on the Rays. Darren, Tigers. Darren's just catching up. Sorry about that, you guys, but thanks to Darren, of course. And Fernandez says you can't trust right now. Taj Bradley. Well, it's not like he's walking right, with just got a, arm out of a sling yesterday. He's worked for this moment. I mean, we all know that Taj Bradley, 5.59 ERA last year. I can't argue it too much, Fernando, but it was just his rookie year last year. And this man is a highly touted prospect. Pepio is headed to the disabled list, by the way, here. So he's just got a leg bruise, and Bradley has a muscle strain. So it wasn't. I don't think it was a leg. I think it was a leg injury actually, and not a arm injury. So, oh no, it was a pectoral strain. Okay. There we go. I'll look it up. I'll look it up in the old Twitter machine real quick and keep us informed. You leave it to me, gang. Uh, if I had a whole crew of researchers, they would just hand me the notes. You can send your resume too. If I, slide into my DMs. Could use some thumbnails and graphics here. All right, appreciate you guys. Let's take a look here with Ray on the Rays. How about that? And 6-0 gonna be taking the Yankees here. And Law Dog going under. Great to have Law Dog here again today. Division games here, no doubt. And I think we're done there. Let's go on with the D-backs. Oh, they're going on the road to take on the Orioles here. Wow. And little interleague play in this one with the Orioles at home here, a favorite with Irvin going up against Fott. And $1.40, but I think the Orioles are still going to get a lot of attention here from handicappers, even as a favorite here. I think they might be looking to maybe go against Arizona here. There's still some support. I've seen some some videos today, maybe with Arizona a little bit, a couple cappers maybe with Arizona, but for the most part, I've seen a lot of talk about Boston here. I might reserve my opinion, but Irvin's been hot. Last 3 starts, 19 innings, no earned runs, 3-0 record. Baltimore's 5-1 with Irvin. Fott, same as last year, right? They just throw him out there, hoping he'll improve, but he's still the same guy. 5.8 ERA. Arizona's 2-5 with Fott so far this season. Arizona, though, comes in with a 4-game winning streak. Diamondbacks have gone under in 19 of their last 28 games. Baltimore's gone under in 8 of their last 12, and with Irvin pitching well, Fott, gives you some innings here and not great, but he's gone under in 3 of his last 4. He hasn't faced Baltimore yet. I'm going under with Arizona and Baltimore today. And here is, let's see. Brent says he's going to take the O's with a better pitcher. Fernando's going to lay the run line here. Solo says O's are cash money with Irvin. Jeff's on Baltimore on the under. And Dre says it's raining today here. So maybe take an under. What's it going to be like when the Orioles take the field tonight against the Diamondbacks? Well, there is actually a 10% chance, according to the Weather Service, that this will be a postponement. 100% chance of rain throughout the game here. So what that means is somewhere in there it will be raining, maybe every hour. Doesn't mean it's a downpour. That will be a cancellation here. In fact, it says for the most part, likely that it will not be. But man, Irvin up and down the lineup pretty good. I would think he would have a strong advantage against Arizona in this one. I'm not going to mess with the side here. I'm going to take the under with a couple of you in here. Ray's going to go Diamondbacks first 5 here with BFOT. Twins and Blue Jays. Action here for Friday night with Joe Ryan on the road, a 3.54 ERA, going up here against Toronto and Kikuchi, 2.72 the ERA in this one. And I would think that, against Ryan, I mean, I wouldn't mind being some of these Toronto bats. It's just that they're not, up to snuff offensively, what we've kind of expected from them. Maybe this will be the matchup that could be a little bit better for them here. I would think that Kikuchi actually could have some decent advantages here against several in the top of the lineup, including Julian, Larnach, and Kepler. So I think this one does appear rather interesting and probably will put me on the under in this one. Look, I've seen a lot of the steam came rolling in on the Twins for the most part. Let me see what the price is. Yeah, maybe it's $1.15 right now at some spots. I mean, look, Minnesota 22-15. Um, an even money chance here. Toronto back home, you got to give them a little bit of respect. A little bit. I mean, I know it's hard. We've talked pretty bad about Toronto right now and the way things are going. We're worried here a little bit, but um, right now the Twins still on that roll. They've won 15 of 17 right now. Following the game yesterday over the Mariners, they got back at them. We tried to sell an under here yesterday, and that didn't work. I think it was 6-3 the final, if I'm not mistaken. Toronto's lost 10 of 13, but they're 8-7 at home. Kikuchi, 3 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's gone under in 5 of his last 7. Twins have been going over for sure. They've found their offense, and that's making things very, very interesting. But in Toronto, I'm going to take it to go under here with Ryan and Kikuchi. I'll take the under 7.5. Hope it doesn't go to 7 over because it might. All right, Jeff's leaning over. And Thomas has taken our consensus surveys today. Twins are hitting. Brent says Yelich is here today. Everybody, nice to have Yelich number 1. Pleasure to meet you. Twins plus 1.5. 6-0 is on Minnesota. Thomas is on Minnesota. Justin's got us a K prop here. Okay. I think Law Dog's going under here and Fernando going Jays. And I'll see if I can't. I don't know if I don't think I'm going premium on the side on this one. I think I'm just fine taking this under here. First, you're going to get many more unders from me here over the next several minutes, quite frankly. And interesting note here from PZ. Ryan has a 4.6 ERA in his last 5 starts. Twins have gone over in 8 of their last 11. I'm still going under. Okay. Moving on to the Braves and the Mets here on Friday with Charlie Morton on the mound, a 3.5 ERA, Quintana 5.2 ERA, and got blown up a little bit, but got Braves on the road here, a road favorite here. Morton 1.89 ERA in his last 3 starts, so he's really been hot. He's gone under in all 3 of those, by the way. Braves have lost 6 of their last 10, but Quintana, last 4 starts, 6.53 ERA. And Braves come in just 1-5 their last 6 on the road, but the Mets have lost 10 of their last 16. They're just 9-10 at home. For that little streak that they have, I think they've been still a big disappointment. That was just a little successful blip. Quintana, career-wise against Atlanta, 6.5 ERA in 9 starts, a 3-5 record. Braves have gone under in 13 of their last 14. The steam came rolling in on the under in this one at 8. And right there it says 8 under 15, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly 7.5 everywhere at this point. No, it's still 8. Oh boy. Might be giving out a little premium action here. I'm going under. Braves and Mets, another under here for me in this one. Let's see. Jeff says he'll go fading Morton K's under. Is that, if I read that correctly? Fernando going over. Law Dog. A previous game there, though. Okay, here's a pick. Lazila. Braves run line to roll here. Yelich. Braves team total over. Thomas going under in this one. All right. Yelich says, "Don't do it, Ramon. All the Braves do is score runs. So many runs this Braves offense, and going up against a lefty like Quintana." Atlanta averaging 5 point run, 5.1 runs per game, if I can get it out. And of course, the number one offense against left-handers, in my opinion, right now, the Atlanta Braves. But I will give Quintana a little bit of credit, despite these bad numbers. I actually have his metrics kind of neutral in this game, and that's really what's ended up putting me here on the under. That I think he will perform better than his season numbers here, and where this game is lined. All right, Peasy's got Morton for a strong one here. Solo's going under. Okay, I'll keep it moving here with. Let me find it here. Pardon me. Here we go. Phillies taking on the Marlins in this one. Suarez going up against Rogers in a battle of left-handers, and the Phillies are up to a $2 favorite in this one. I gotta do it. I just gotta go with the Phillies run line. Look, I try to dart here, a bunch of unders, try to look all sophisticated. I'm just gonna go with the Phillies, man. I mean, I'm just gonna go with these Phillies right now. Um, Look, I think the Marlins are, I don't want to say they, mailed in their season. I don't want to go against them every single time, but I think I kind of do here right now. I feel like this would be a spot where the Phillies can put up a pretty big number against Rogers, a 6.75 ERA. The Marlins are, what are they? Are they 0-6 with Rogers? Are they 0-7 with Rogers? Whatever they are, the Phillies are exactly the opposite with Suarez. I think they're 7-0 with Suarez. So you have a Phillies are 7-0 with this pitcher. Marlins are 0-7 with their pitcher. Seems like the Phillies would win. All right. Hey, they're taking steam right now. Royals and Angels to the over right now. I was going to go under here later on the show. Spoiler alert. But right now, the Angel game is reportedly going to take some steam to the over and could be headed to 9. A game in Anaheim. I'll see it when I believe it. They are steaming it a little bit at 8.5 over. I'm not seeing the market reacting too much to that alert, but there's still a few books starting to see a little trickle here of money on the over. Royals and Angels. Probably still going to stick with the under here if I don't see the screen going red all the way. But all right, Phillies and Marlins. I don't mean to just butter up around the play. I don't know what could I say. Let me see if I've got these right here. Maybe Law Dog is talking about. Maybe he's talking about the Braves. I better start 6-0. Oh boy, I don't know. I'll start with Thomas here with the Phillies. And Lazzy Love, Phillies. Feels like all Phillies. Thomas, you got your pencil ready. Phillies team total over here for Yelich. Just part of the plan, I would guess. And can the Marlins score here against Suarez and the Phillies right now? Feels like the Phillies will just dominate this game, and it may be just 4 or 5-1. Feels I don't know if they'll crush them. Rogers should be better than these numbers indicate. I'm going run line. Here. Montero rocks Thompson 6-1, 6-3. Ben Shelton 1-3. Kennan beat Owens Jabeur in 3. I'm just looking at the tennis results while I'm previewing these games. See if I see any more steam too. Kalinskaya crushed Towson. No, Peasy. We'll get to it. You don't have to ruin my day already. All right, we better keep it moving though and keep the show going, right? Because we got to go, Nationals and Red Sox. Let's finish this up here. I'm probably talking more unders here for me. The widely reported steam came on the under. Tell you what, you're going to find that maybe there could be a lot of support out there for the Nationals at this price, even with Corbin. Corbin's numbers are pretty bad, but can the Red Sox be trusted here in this role against a Washington team that continues to kind of produce for their backers, even in some tough spots? Does feel like this one's really tough to want to get too involved with Washington, but I'm here to tell you, I think you're going to see some support for Washington out there today. Maybe it'll be real square to just get on board with the Red Sox here with Houck. He's got a 1.99 ERA, 2.45 ERA in his last four starts. He's gone under in four of his last five. Corbin, a 5.87 ERA. Nothing to indicate that he's any better than his 6.45 ERA this season. 5.87 his last three starts, by the way. Nationals have won 8 of their last 12, so maybe that's what people are interested in because the Red Sox coming in here have lost 5 of their last 6. So they're still a $2 favorite. So maybe that's part of it as well, that maybe the Red Sox just aren't to be trusted. Got some steam coming in here right now on a game that I previewed last night. And I said go under in the Reds and the Giants. And sure enough, that one's getting steamed right now to the under. Reds and Giants here. I'm showing 7 over 20 at Bet Online. The 7.5s appear to be disappearing here rapidly right now in the matchup between the Reds and the Giants. We'll preview it a little later. I already previewed it on my video last night here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 40,000 subscriber juggernaut. Check it out here on the channel, but I'm telling you right now, it's going under. The move is on the under. You can check out the video. All right, I'm on the Nationals Red Sox game right now, however, and I'm going under again as my pick. I've got another under here. Kind of going a lot of unders, guys. Kind of just sticking with the what's been going on here in a league-wide trend right now. I mean, it's not overwhelmingly crushing, but certainly are seeing plenty of pressure from the unders, and the unders are clicking a little bit. And my figures say unders out there. What do we got? Here come the plays right now with Philly team total over under here for Solo. And here comes Fernando leaning on the Red Sox. Law Dog went with the over. 6-0s on the under. Brent says it's too much, can't do it. Brent Cook says can't do $2. And Darren says give me Nationals run line in the under. And Jeff says Corbin gets rocked. Boston crushes. Solo's ready to go on the Nats money line. I don't think we've got a consensus here. It feels like too many people not interested in the price. Everybody thinks Boston will win, but don't want to lay $2 with a Boston team. And again, Washington, they just seem to find ways out there a little bit. I've got another under here. I guess I might be on the salami under, guys, here. It hasn't come out yet, but feels like a salami. I don't know. I do have a couple of overs, so next up, Guardians and White Sox here with Carrasco going up against Garrett Crochet. Both guys with an ERA above 5. Carrasco has been serving up those cookies, a 5.65, 5.67 ERA. Crochet, 5.31. Learning on the job here. I'm not disappointed with him or for him. He's just really overwhelmed a little bit right now, considering the White Sox are just throwing him to the Wolves. The White Sox are just 2-6 with Crochet. Obviously, the White Sox are showing a little life. They did so yesterday. I had a premium on Cleveland. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep going on against the White Sox. If I can find good prices, go against the White Sox, I'm going to do it every time right now. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it again today, but I'm only going to do it here as a free play on the show because I'm scared, and I lost a premium yesterday in the White Sox. Darned if you do, and they did. So good job, White Sox. I will take the Guardians. The steam came in on the under here, pretty widely reported steam. Check out Bo's video talking about this game between the Guardians and the White Sox. Tell you this, the handicappers probably going to be on the Guardians with me, so we'll just take our lumps. It feels like, hey, if they're going to be sharps out there, let me see what the sharps are, what I feel like they're up to here in this one. And they're on the White Sox. Yeah, they're on the White Sox, but they don't have a lot to show for it. I'll tell you that. I remember what I said. Remember what I always say. They play numbers, not teams. Here's 6-0, Guardians and under. Solo says, give me the Sox. Brent Cook's on the Guardians. See, there's plenty of support here for the White Sox that they're starting to heat up a little. I don't know what you call it, heat up. They're starting to look like a baseball team a little bit. The biggest guy, the big key is the guy I love to make fun of, the guy I love to, tease him when we're at the adult entertainment club and want to see if he wants to step outside, but I'm really kidding. And then I go to the back door and I open the door like I'm going to fight him, and he walks out and I close the door and I walk back in. Tommy Pham. White Sox are 7-5 with Tommy Pham in the lineup this season. Chicago, got that win yesterday. Crochet, 4.8 ERA in his last 3 starts. Under 7-1 with Crochet. Guardians have gone under in 11 of their last 15 on the road. Told you to look at Bo's video. Maybe might be interested in a little something here, but I'll take the Guardians. Can't do it as a premium, even though $1.10 or whatever it is now, even if they are a slight favorite. If they didn't lose yesterday, and this was game 1, I'd be on it as a premium. I don't know if you want to look in. They're a favorite now. They're a favorite 115, maybe 120. But I don't know if you want to look into the mind of one of these handicappers on one of these websites, but that's what I'm thinking. Probably to care less. You just want to pick, so I'm giving out Cleveland here because yesterday I lost with a premium. All right. What do we got? Jeff White Sox first 5 and Thomas Lewis ready for that Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch. Zverev over Vukic in straight sets. And you know what, Peasy? You know what? Hey, Tommy Pham, he's found a home with the White Sox, and it's a well-deserved. I'm glad you found a team, Tommy, that you belong with the White Sox. Can you tell that Tommy and I have had if you're out there, shout out, Tommy. You remember that night. All right. Cardinals and Brewers in this one. We got Gasser, the prospect here, going for the Brewers. So we get the report here from Jeff and the Milwaukee crew. Want to say shout out to Big Bot. Sorry I missed you, Big Bot. You know what? When the invite didn't come, and I don't know what happened last week, but I missed you 2 weeks ago when the invite didn't come, and it was 30 minutes before the show, and I just got off the air, and it was very rude of me, sir, but I said, invite's not here. I'm going to take a nap before the baseball game start for 90 minutes. I'm just going to tell Big Boss I didn't have the invite. So let me tell you right now, Big Boss, if you want, I've got I think I might even have here just for Big Boss right now. I think I might have, I like my early plays right here. Oh my gosh. Well, I missed you. I'm here. Anyway, we could sit out and do our show together here in Vegas. I like Austin on Saturday, and I like Michigan on Sunday in UFL play this week. I believe you can chalk these up as official plays here. So maybe we can go on the show together or do a show. But if not, put me on record. Arlington -4, 4.5, whatever they are now against Memphis. And I'm going to take Michigan. I don't know what they are now. They're probably at a pick. Maybe they're even favored against DC on Sunday. UFL plays here, and we'll pop them up there this week. But since Big Boss is here, I'll just want to say hi, and maybe we'll do the UFL show if you guys have seen it. We talk a little UFL football. Who else but Ramon Scott and of course DJ Big Boss. All right, Tyrone Christopher here. Good morning. Hello. And Big Boss says, let's roll with the Renegades. Did we talk about this one at all? Kalinina over Serenko. Serenko had to retire in the first set of her match. It was only 2 games into the match. We've seen a couple retirements already today, including one by a lucky loser. Korda over Kaboli. What a match this is right now. Korda won the first set. Okay, here we go. Let's keep it going. Don't lose momentum here. Gasser, the number 5 prospect for the Brewers, was hoping Jeff had our update here with Gasser. Just happened to, think that the Brewers here, Jeff mentioned it yesterday, and they own the Cardinals 9 of the last 11. That's probably going to be good enough for me here in this one. It looks like the move actually came in on the Cards. So if anything, maybe a little bit of value. I mean, it's all the way down to like $1.15 or $1.20 right now. So I want to come in and take the Brewers. Yelich probably no, I would only think it might be a coincidence that Yelich has Yelich's numbers here. So thank you, Brent, talking about it here. Then, like I said, the number 5 prospect for the Brewers here. But I'm going to take him here. He's a left-hander, and Brewers will probably nurse their way through this one anyways. Hey, no one's been a bigger supporter on any of these videos than Lance Lynn than me. But let's take them today. The widely reported steam came in on the over. You might want to check out Bo's video if you know what I mean. And I'll just take Milwaukee here in this one. Hey, the Rangers are going to take on the Rockies. We had some fun with this one yesterday, saying, we're going if it's going to be single digits in Colorado, we're going over. None of this for us here with these record-setting lows now. Maybe it's because the Rockies offense is that bad, right? And so maybe the humidor has the balls are cold. The balls are damp. Your balls are damp, and maybe it's global warming. It probably is global warming. Actually, that's keeping. I'm going to go under today. I'm going to go under. It's down to 9.5 in this one, and I'm going to go under. I feel like they know what they're doing. I just couldn't do it with that matchup yesterday, but I think here with John Gray, 2.5 ERA going up against Gomber. Interestingly, because we talked about Gomber, and I said, Gomber is a guy. Tony talks about who wants to go pitch in Colorado, but it's like if I'm Gomber, Well, maybe if I'm not Gomber, they've made it. This is about as good as it can get, I would think. Gomber's pitching pretty well. 3.09 ERA his last four starts. Colorado's 0-5. Last five starts with Gomber. He's gone under in five straight. Widely reported steam came in on the under. Rangers come in here with Gray at 2.05 ERA in his last five starts. He's gone under in 5 of 7 starts. Rangers 9-4, their last 13, looking good. They've gone over in 3 straight. We're in Colorado here, but Rockies certainly not really producing. They're 6-12 at home. Gomber 3.79 ERA, but he's been decent. Where's my graphic? There we go. I switched it to 9.5 here, and I'll still go under. So I'm breaking my little rule. It tells you it was really just shtick, but I still have my reservations. I'm not going to do a premium, and the sharps are on the under, and the indication is that this is a pretty solid play, but it was a way more solid play at whatever the sharps got it at. Let me see here. The first 2 hits came in at 10.5 under 22. So if that shows you anything, and then the big rolling steam came in at 10. So you already lost a run and a half, and I still think it's probably pretty good, but it's probably going to be still 8, 9, 10 runs. So I can only give it out here as a free play on the under. You guys don't like this game at all. And Fernando on the Rangers here. All right. And let's keep it rolling now with the Royals and the Angels, with Marsh coming in here for the Royals, a 2.70 ERA. Griffin Canning, 6.69 ERA in this one. I talked about this one with Tony on the show last night. I gave out my play on the side, and I'll tell you what, handicappers all up and down the website's going to be on the Royals, I would think, at this price. I'm sure it's probably a little bit, $1.22 now at Bet Online. Look, last night, uh, look at the Royals game, however, last night, and of course, Royals blasted them 10-4 with that big offense, that outburst, the home runs, the 2-run home runs in the third inning. They went on to win 10-4, scored 4 runs in the third inning, and went on to that victory. So why wouldn't the Royals maybe here? But I do like Marsh, and I think Canning can be better at home. Here's Thomas on the Royals. Brent says this is an easy play. Did I miss the boat? Should I went premium? A lot of premiums going to be on the Royals today, all over the place, I think. Let me tell you. And always got that CLB, makes you feel good, like you're on the right side. And I'm going to give out the under. I mean, I gave out on the show last night what I liked on the side, so please check it out. You probably can figure it out, but for the Royals, they've gone under in 8 of their last 11 on the road. Angels have been going over for sure here. Talked about with Tony last night, and I may have had the story a little bit off, right? I might have just missed it. I didn't know that Trout had already opted for surgery here. I thought he was contemplating the surgery rather than rest, that maybe he was considering an immediate, a rest type of comeback. I didn't realize he had undergone the surgery last Friday. The story came out yesterday, and I might have just kind of missed the early report on the story. So, nonetheless, we know Trout was already out, so it really wasn't a big deal. But just talk about the Angels offense here a little bit, and I'm on the under here. Canning can be better, I would think. 4.76 ERA in his last 3 starts, but he is over 3-0 to the over at home, so just a free play for me here. Did I get your guys' play on that? Is that Darren on the under here and Jeff on the over? Did I get it right? Okay, guys, let's go. We got to ramp this one up. And, well, we don't need to preview this one. We already got the scoop from Peasy here. Hey, Peasy, you watch out, Dodger Blue. All right, the Padres right now are in the postseason. Now, Glasnow's pitching for the Dodgers, and he was on the Padres, and he was pretty okay for the Padres. He kind of messed up in some high leverage situations. Maybe it wasn't the best situation for Glasnow here for him or the Padres, but send him up to the Dodgers. He'll be just great. 2.7 ERA, one of the best pitchers in the league, really, despite a little bit of elevated ERA. Everything else looks pretty darn good. I previewed this game last night with Tony, and I said, Peasy says that the Dodgers will rock King. Well, they probably should, but I'm here to tell you that King has pitched a little bit better than maybe what his numbers say. I think the metrics might bear that out. And also, passes the eye test a little bit with me here. 4.29 ERA. Like I said, I think the Padres, they had to downgrade their roster, their pitching staff. This is what they ended up with. And I think this has been an okay situation to have King in here. Can't just order pitchers off of Amazon, I guess. So this is what the Padres are up against. King has actually struggled a little bit more in his last few starts, but Padres have won 4 of the 7 starts. For Glasnow, he's been very, very solid. 1.29 ERA last 3 starts. Dodgers 7-1 with Glasnow. Check out my video on this game that I gave out. I'm just going to take the Dodgers here on the run line. I'm going to listen to Peasy here and not even mess with it, and they'll just crush my Padres. And thank you, Tyrone. Appreciate it. Hey, follow the chat too. I think we're having a lot of fun. And Fernando says Dodgers. Machado, I've got him in. I mean, I can check again. I had him in 2 nights ago. And let's see here. Peasy likes everybody to hit a homer. Or Dodgers run line no homer. I don't know, but I'm taking the Dodgers here. I'll go with the Dodgers. Just worried about actually the Padres being able to produce here against Glasnow in this one. And you can check out my video from last night or on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel right now, the 40,000 subscriber juggernaut, and see what I had to say about my Padres in this one. I'm talking with some, a little bit of, I think the Padres are playing slightly above what I was expecting them to do. And right now they're in the number 6 spot, I do believe, or they're right there tied, whatever it is. It's too early to tell, but I mean, they're in the playoff picture if it were to end today, and that's pretty good. Pretty good considering their expectation, and they're ahead of the Giants, with their manager. Right, we got a better manager. Tony even gave a little bit of props last night talking about Mike Schilt. Thought he did doing a better job here. So, okay, let's go. Let's finish here. Just a couple more games. Athletics and Mariners. Well, if everybody takes Blackburn when Blackburn pitches, because they're like, I can only take the A's with Blackburn. Well, I guess this is the day. Going up against Seattle and Brian Wu. Wu is making his return also here, so that also could be a little bit of trepidation for backing the Mariners, or added incentive maybe to take the Athletics in this one. I'll do it. I'll take them on the. Oh boy, I think the run line might be too high. That's really what I was going to minus $1.65. I'll do it. I like to win here, and I don't care if I'm chalky on a YouTube stream. Where is our friend? Let's see if you guys got anything here. Oh, thanks, Tyrone. I really do appreciate you. Not about wins and losses. Yes, it is. Let's win today. I got a 5-pack. I'm going to add a bigger package later. Like I said, if you get a 3-pack or so, the 3-day package and order it like after sometime after 3 p.m. Eastern, then you'll probably get 4 days out of it, because I put my plays up early. So you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, because those plays go up in the morning on a Monday. So just suggesting that, or just get the 1 day, the profit guarantee stuff too. Really appreciate you, man. And hopefully we get the winners. But again, any of your support, you guys, if you get my premium picks, do my best to give you the best plays possible. You get good volume with me, usually between 5, 10, 12 plays a day, depending on how many games we have. And like I said, if you buy my plays today, I promise to come back tomorrow here on the show. All right. Darren says, give me a Nerfy, Ramon. I don't have enough Nerfies today. In this one, today, Darren, where in this one today, what game was I on? Let me peek at it. With the Athletics and the Mariners with our Nerfy statistics. Blackburn has allowed a first inning run in 1 of 7 starts. Meanwhile, Wu, we know he's making his first start. Oakland is 8 of 39 there for, a little 21 and 22% or so. And Seattle, they're 8 for 38. So it's kind of same deal there. Both teams low 20s here. All right. Well, that's why I'll take them on the run line here. I just feel like I don't know. It feels like there's a little bit of feel good here still with the A's in this one, and I don't want to take Seattle as a favorite here at 150 or better. The records aren't too dissimilar for having such a big favorite. Yeah, you might think, and yes, maybe the Mariners are certainly better than the A's, and they are at home, but they're 20 and 18. The A's are 18 and 21. I'll take a little run line. All right, one more and we're out. Reds and Giants. We already talked about it. The widely reported steam that came in on this game as we were right here on the show, and it went against what I was saying. So let me just reanalyze before I officially first of all, there's nothing I can do. Actually, I gave this one out on the show yesterday with Tony. So maybe check out my video. I'm certainly going to stand behind what I said. There was no pitching change or anything, no real personnel. Hey, the handicap is what the handicap is. I mean, not to say if something went awry, I'm never going to go out there and tell everybody, hey, let's cancel this. I'll go the other way, but I'll buy 2 runs. I mean, I'll try to set up a bad middle to try to get off of a game. But I mean, I'm not going to go against myself. And I have a video on this game, talked about the total here. You got Webb. I mean, you got good numbers here with Abbott. Also for the Reds, 2.39 ERA coming in, and for Webb, a 3.5 ERA coming into this one. So I've seen the total actually move to 7 over 20 just now at Bovada. So pressure, I would say, definitely to the under. The widely reported steam came in on the over as we were on the show here just a little while ago. It was, let me see here. I got it. You remember, you guys were here. I just want to see if I had how long ago it was, or we need to get out of here and get moving. I want to get rolling here. Just waiting. I might have pressed too many. The old too many browsers open at one time. Here it is. It came in at 30 minutes ago, and they took it at under 7.5. So like I said, 7 over 20 right now. So hard pressure to the under here. I'm going to take the Giants in this. I'm sorry. Let me make sure I got that right. No, I'm sorry. I'm on the Reds here. I think I have it on the run line, and I think that $1.70. All right, I'm still going to do it. Give me the Reds on the run line. Call me square. But, hey, like I said, hey, if you are going to take some underdogs, you got to take some favorites. That's that's how it is. I mean, everybody says, hey, you're never going to you're never going to make it playing favorites. That's true. You're going to make it playing favorites and underdogs, usually a good mix, a split of one and the other. You got to get it right here, and you got to get it right there. Jeff's going under. San Francisco going under. I'm going to take the Reds here on the run line. I can't stand laying this type of price here. Maybe I'll sprinkle the Reds here a little bit. Abbott's numbers are obviously pretty good coming in. It's just the Reds have a few issues, certainly here coming in on this trip. They've lost 8 straight, 11 of their last 13. Webb has great numbers, 0.82 ERA in his last 3 home starts, but the Giants have lost 9 of their last 14, and just price play a little bit here. Maybe I'll even take 2.5 runs and lay a little something because I can do that. Thanks, you guys. That's it for the morning steam here for a 1 game in the WNBA. I don't think I have a pick, but maybe we can get the line out if it's come out yet. It's going to be the Sparks and the Mercury. I'm showing the Mercury here as an 8-point favorite in this one. Let me see here. I actually rated the game. I might have something here for you. There's been no totals, I think, on these until I don't even know if I've seen any, but we're going to have a lot of coverage here of the WNBA. So don't come around if you don't like women's basketball. Take the Mercury. Take them. Oops, let me get this right here. I'm sorry, I have the wrong. Yeah, Mercury by 8. I'm sorry. There you go. No, take the Sparks here +8. Take the Sparks. Yes, we are on the Sparks for sure. This is a play for sure on the show. Here, actually, my number combined with the sharp action here. This one was 9.5. Nothing I can do about it. There was no line when I came on the air, but 8's good. Probably, making a big mistake on some of this. It's just a WNBA game, folks. There's no big play or anything. It's just a strong preseason WNBA play. I mean, All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow. More morning steam for Tony'sPicks.com. And thank you to my man, even though he's a Dodger fan, not only Tony T for allowing me to be here, but JPZ as well, the curator, the man who recites the lyrics of my favorite song. Catch you tomorrow. Where's